So my name is Olive Persimmon. I am a speaker and an author. I'm working on my second book, The Coitus Chronicles, which I had to write because my first book, Unintentionally Celibate, gave me a really bad personal brand. It was ruining my life in so many ways. I was like, time for a rebrand, book 2. So I know we have a lineup of incredible speakers tonight and really talented people. So I wanted to mix it up a little and do a spoken word piece. How many of you know what spoken word is? All right, thank God. When I said I was gonna do a spoken word, thank you. Yeah, I'm like everybody's worst nightmare right now. Hey, wanna hear my poetry? When I said I was gonna do spoken word, they were like, so you're gonna tell a story? I was like, no, I'm gonna do spoken word. So it's a story? I was like, no. It basically just means you create shit with words, and that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna start the pieces called I Talk Dirty. I talk dirty in bed and online, and if you know me, you know it's no surprise, because you know that guy, Jason Mraz, and I have a lot in common. It's all about the wordplay, la, 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 la. So, words are my life. With words I love to play by day and by night. By day I write and speak, and by night I'll make your knees go weak. I've been using words to get off for a long time, way before sexting. It started online, late at night. I'm all alone, 15 years old, waiting for the dial-up tone. Rent's asleep, not a peep in too deep. My mom would weep if she knew what I was about to do. Log into the chat room and type my favorite phrase. A-S-L. Want a cyber baby? A barrage of private IMs light up my screen. Ooh wee, just for me? I click on my favorite, Hot Romantic Guy 367, my first real boyfriend. My first real relationship. We make love on the internet every single night. It is honest and vulnerable, except he thinks I'm 5'6" thin and blonde, so basically everything I'm not. But online, I've got a shot with this perfect guy. He's a model and a soccer player. Look, six-pack galore, white teeth, and more. Sure, I'll be your cyber lady friend. What are you wearing? Hot Romantic asks. A red thong, I reply. I'm really wearing granny panties because my mom still buys my underwear. So sexy, he types back. And then the real fun begins. I'll touch you here, no, I'll stroke you there. I'm licking you everywhere, and it's all pretty vague because I'm 15 and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But it doesn't matter because the way we play always ends the same way. Lowercase o, lowercase o, lowercase o, lowercase o, lowercase o, lowercase o, uppercase 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 o, uppercase. Unfortunately, Hot Romantic and I didn't last because my dad found out and threw a fit and lit the fire that ended our romance, insisting that he was some old guy named Chuck. So that was the end of our nightly chat. Fast forward to 18, and I am in love with a real man in the real world, and we met in Brazil where he really lives. And so did I until I came home, and suddenly I was back, romancing with words on the internet. But this time around, it was less O's and more I love yous and saudades, which is Portuguese word for I'm missing you terribly. Still no smartphone, so I would prop up my digital camera and take photos of my vagina that were way too close. Yeah. Upload to computer. Wait. Transfer file. Wait. Upload to email. Wait. Send. Wait for his response. Occasionally sexy stuff, but mostly love letters to peachykeen620@hotmail.com from dgm88@earthlink.com. But we were 18 and he was there and I was here, so we knew ultimately that it wasn't going anywhere, or he knew. I was too delusional and sad to know much of anything, so I spent the next 2 years crying. Still heartbroken in real life, I created a second life where I could be horny, but my avatar didn't have to deal with real emotions. F4 to thrust, F6 to moan. F4 to thrust, F6 to moan. F4, F6, 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 F9 to come. You only get that if you were a Second Life player. But my Second Life got boring pretty fast because honestly, it's no fun to blast your load online when you're lonely in real life. Fast forward a few years later, enter Dylan, stage left. I saw him at the bar late one night, and he looked exactly like that guy from Twilight, you know, Edward Cullen, but not the Robert Pattinson version, the version I imagined in my own brain while masturbating in the bathtub. He was flawless. We bonded over a love of that song, Total Eclipse of the Heart, and he took my number, a little old me. Later that night, he started sexting. All right, here we go. Should have been a red flag, yeah, I know. But I was horny and lonely, and he was so damn fine. Lips like sparkling wine. Total dime, baby, be mine, at least for the night. And my God, did he know how to sext. Graphic, yet respectful. Sexy, yet respectful. Words, he knew how to use motherfucking words and photos and words, and my God, he had the biggest vocabulary I had ever seen displayed during a sexting conversation. No excessive, that sounds nice. Followed by a, yeah, baby, that's nice. Or a, yeah, so nice. Nice. Nice is how you describe Mother Teresa or your mom. Not the dirty things I want to do to your testicles or how you're going to taste my breasticles. And yes, I admit it, those last two lines were not my besticles. I know, I can acknowledge that wholeheartedly. We tried to date, but it wasn't quite right, and so our relationship became the kind that only works at night, and thus began a long-term 5-year friend with benefits situation, and I'll be honest, I was shocked that it worked so well. Usually these situations end with some hellish story, but not us. The boundaries were clear, the chemistry was great. Never again did we try to date, though once, when I was lonely and sad, I sent him a text saying just that, and he responded empathetically with a picture of his dick, which was a pretty good reminder that your friend with benefits is not your boyfriend for a reason. He'd date someone else, they'd break back, he'd come back. I'd date someone else, we'd break up, I'd come back. 5 years on and off, but we'd always come back, though he never came on my back, but who knows, I'd try it. I'm more open-minded these days than I used to be. Most recently, we discovered Snapchat, sexting at its finest, where our love of words wasn't just that. It was coupled with vids and pics and silly filters that make you look fucking great and cover your chapped lips and acne scars, and nothing wrong with that. And I know it's our flaws that make us beautiful and blah, blah. Sometimes you come home and you look like shit and a filter quickly fixes it. Thank God for that. Anyway, back to Edward Cullen and I. You free? I'd ask. I'm thinking about all the sexy things I want to do to you, he'd say. Oh, yeah? Hard as a rock, he'd reply. Show me. And then the videos would come, and the pics too, and there was something so fun about multimedia explorations, and I would send stuff too, but not with my face, because that's the golden rule if you're gonna fool around via text, never your face. Repeat after me, never your face. One more time. And once again, so you really get it. If there's only one thing you get from tonight, never your face. So yeah, I talk dirty in bed and online, and if you know me, you know it's no surprise, because you know that guy, Jason Mraz, and I have a lot in common. It's all about the wordplay. Thank you.